So apparently I've come across new information that is going to be highly helpful for me to finally get rid of the curse that plagues me, okay? Apparently, the number one cause for power outages are squirrels. So we're going squirrel hunting. That's right, squirrel hunting. I'm going to prepare you for the great squirrel hunt. Now, first things first, squirrels are just rats with bushier tails. They're rats with perms, okay? I have no beef with the rats. The rats can live. They become French cooks. They make ratatouille. I have no problem with the rats. The squirrels, on the other hand, I have an issue with. They're like, oh, people think I'm cute because I got a bushier tail, but no one suspects me of evil. No, they are the true. This is some sort of like Kaiser Soze nonsense. The rats are taking the rap and all the hatred that the squirrels deserve. No, 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 no. Granted, they caused the Black Plague, but squirrels give Lyme disease. So, equal. Now, we're going to be preparing ourselves for the great squirrel hunt. And by this great squirrel hunt, I mean we're just going to evaporate all of them, and I am going to be enjoying it. First things first, squirrels are quite wily creatures. They can see you coming from a mile away, so we're going to need to hide our identity because they do remember the face of those that have done them wrong, and they will come after you if you don't kill them. They are like Tuco in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. You gotta make sure that if you mess with Tuco, that you get the job done. Otherwise, Tuco will come for you. Likewise, the squirrels will come for you. If you don't get the job done right once, the squirrels will come for you, and you don't want the squirrels coming for you. The squirrels will legitimately ruin your life more than they've already ruined it. So, one English essay too many. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I formatted that into an APA style format. It had all of my resources, all of my sources, everything. It had everything cited in sources, works, just everything, and boop, boop, gone. Why power outage? Why? 'Cause squirrels. I'm done with them. They're done. I be taking a shower, boom, there goes the light. Squirrels. What? I've watched way too many horror movies in my life to just let the lights go out when I'm taking a shower. You know what's the first thing that comes to mind? Me dying. I go into a feral life instinct mode where I'm like, oh my god, I need to fight for my life, so I plow that curtain like it's my life depended on it, because it kind of does. And then I just run out of the shower wet, almost killing myself by tripping over the little barrier, and then I'm like in the light, and I'm like, thank god I'm in the light again. But who turned off the light? And not only that, but the conundrum of like trying to jimmy the lock, jimmying that lock that is separating you. It's the little thin line between life and death. And it's just like, oh my god, where is it? When you find it, it's like, how do you open it? When you're opening it, I'm like, how do you turn it? I forgot how to turn it. I'm in such a anxious mood that my civilized human self doesn't understand how to operate doorknobs. So I suffered far too much because of the squirrels. They will die by my hand, all of them. They will not be coming back. They're gonna be like the buffalo. They're gonna be a mythologized creature, mythic. Just people reading about them being like, oh, what happened to the squirrels? It's so sad that the squirrels aren't around. Who hunted the squirrels into extinction? What happened to the squirrels? I happened to the squirrels. I happened to the squirrels. The squirrels happened to me. I am going to happen to the squirrels. First things first, you gotta put on a mask to hide your identity, so that way they can't exert their vengeance upon you. So I got my mask on. We're gonna do the airplane method. I'm gonna put mine on first, and then I'll put on yours, okay? You gotta wrap this up like the crate train robbery. Gotta make sure that you're hiding your vitals too. Make sure that you've covered your jugular, as I have, see? Because you don't want them going and gnawing like little rats that they are on your jugular. That will hurt, and they will kill you slowly, painfully, annoyingly. and incessantly. So I'm gonna just tie this around here, right? We're gonna get a nice little bow going right here, right on the jugular, so that way if they even try to bite it, you have time for them to be like, oh, I'm only biting into fabric. Haha, you are only biting into fabric, but you know what I'm biting into? A squirrel. So I'm just gonna have to like do the same for you, so that way you have a bow on your face, so that way when the squirrel bites onto your neck, but actually it's biting into your fabric, you can also just rip the flesh off the squirrel. Just go in there eating squirrel. They might have rabies, but you know something, the rabies will make you more powerful. You'll start going ape on all of those squirrels, eating all the squirrels, okay? You just got to, okay? So I'm gonna take the scarf, I'm gonna wrap it around your face like such, okay? I'm just gonna take the scarf and I'm gonna wrap it around your face, okay? I'm just gonna, you see? I'm just gonna wrap it around your face real quick, okay? I'm just gonna wrap it around your face and then knot it, okay? So I'm just gonna wrap it around here, wrap it around. Yes, and then we're just gonna knot it real quick, just knot it. So that way it's naughty. Just like those squirrels have been, because I'm gonna, you know, okay, they're gonna be punished by me. Punished. They're gonna be damned by me. I am their maker. Step number 2. Now between the two of us, I only have one gun. Yes, it is a historic vintage gun, but you know something? Call me a bleeding heart. I love history. So I'm gonna be using this to just aim at the squirrels, just as they're like wilding about. I'ma just, also what you wanna do is take the scarf, so that way it muffles the sound. That way the rest of them can't hear you coming. Rinse and repeat. You just gotta muffle the sound. See? You muffle it. Rinse and repeat. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, in your case, I don't currently have a knife with me. But in your case, you're just gonna grab a knife, okay? You're gonna get up close. I wish I could get up close like you. In fact, I think I might. You take the gun. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna take the knife and I'm gonna get up close and personal with those squirrels. I'm gonna come up to those squirrels. First of all, I'm gonna follow the squirrel into wherever their little den is, wherever they're hibernating, wherever their little family is. The little papa squirrel, the little mama squirrel with the little baby squirrels. They're all like a little squirrel family. Papa squirrel brought back enough for the family. They're dining on it, cutting it up into little pieces. There you go, my lovely wife. They've been married for like 15 years. They got 3 kids. Little Squirrel Junior, little Nutita, and little Thumbelina, and they're all sitting around the little stump of a dining room table. They're like, oh, my little squirrel family, we provided. Thank the great squirrel God for providing such a great meal. They're all holding each other's tiny little paws and each other's little tiny little paws, thanking the great squirrel God for bringing them this great nut in their time of need before they start chowing down. Papa's like, great squirrel, great God squirrel, hallowed be that name, or hallowed be thy name, because trees are hollow. And then they're just saying grace as they go along. They're like, thank you for sending little baby squirrel God down to die on that little twig, a squirrel. And so as the prayer just finishes, I'm gonna take my knife. I'm gonna get real close. Okay, real close to their home. I'm not even gonna knock. You know what they're gonna be seeing? My foot just bashing right up in there, just completely plowing into their living room. Oh my God, there goes Mama Squirrel. Papa Squirrel is like, oh my God, my wife of 15 years, the mother of my 3 squirrels, little Thumbelina's crying in the corner, little Squirrel Junior's getting the little twig to defend his family. Look at the boy, He's grown so tall, but he isn't tall enough. The dad is out there. He's combating my foot. You know what else? He gets more foot. I'm plowing up in there with my hobbit feet. I wipe out their father. Little Squirrel Jr. witnesses that. I grab my knife, chink. Little Squirrel Jr. right into the tree. Just pin him right to the tree. Take it out. Put it right back in. Take it out. Put it right back in. Take it out. Put it right back in. Squirrel Jr.'s gone, wiped out. Little Thumbelina, little Latita, they're still there quivering away. They're like, my brother, my parents, what have we done? Why did this happen to us? I'm gonna whisper into the little squirrel ears, and I'm gonna say, remember that day that you bit into the electrical cables, which cost me my psychology research paper? I got an extension for that. Yeah, that's right, I had to rewrite the entire thing and submit it later, which means my grade came whenever the teacher felt like giving it to me, as opposed to the regularly scheduled time that the rest of the students got it at. You did that to me. And this is what happens. Then I'm gonna just take my knife, slowly slit their throats as the knowledge of why this has happened to them befalls them. And I plan on doing that to every single squirrel.